Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to these, as you can, no, I always say that, my Raw thoughts. Tonight's Raw, a 3-hour special. Yay. Not a 3-hour special for any reason, it's just a 3-hour special, which is nice. How are you, anyway? I'm in one of these funny moods where I'm in a good mood, which I'll tell you about in a second. I'm in a really bad mood. I recorded my Insurrection 2002 review today. I figured if I get ahead of myself in my 10 years ago series, I'm thinking if I can get like a couple of months ahead, that I don't have to do any 10 years ago for a couple of months. It's all good. Recorded it. This phone's a touchscreen, and when I clicked on to record, I must have just caught the top corner of the screen and it zoomed the camera in. So the whole vid is here in my face. And I'm really pissed off with that because I don't like my vids, as you know, but just listening to it back, I couldn't watch it because of my bloody face in here. It's a really good vid, but hey, that's one of those things I have to redo it. Anyway, the reason I'm in a good mood, check out who I met yesterday. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, signed picture of Pac, who I saw at the speaking tournament that I went to yesterday. Absolutely superb. I'm going to be talking about it on a podcast this Friday. If you're on my Facebook, if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you'll be hearing all the details about that, because I actually don't know them right this second. But it's the first podcast I've been invited to go on to, and I'm nervous about it, believe it or not. I've never done one before. Anyway, let's talk about Raw. Okay, so I missed the first couple of minutes, I'm afraid, because I completely forgot that it was a 3-hour Raw. But when I started off, Cena was in the ring. I think basically come out for the contract signing. John Laurinaitis had come out and said that Brock Lesnar's not here yet, and he'll sign the contract in his own time. But then Edge came out. My God, Edge came out, and he cut a stunning promo, a proper intense, passionate promo about why he needs to win against Brock. Do you know, I actually opened the window before the vid started, and now I'm fucking freezing. So I know that I'll probably have to open that again in a minute, but I'm cold, believe it or not. Yeah, cut off promo where he's talking about why Cena needs to beat Lesnar. And he says that he concludes it with that, I'm not asking you to beat Lesnar, I'm telling you to. Superb. Love that. Brilliant. Next, we got a match. Yay, and it was a good match. And it was a decent length match as Chris Jericho defeated Kofi Kingston in a match where you always knew that Jericho was going to win, yeah, but I tell you something, Jericho seems to be going out of his way to make Kofi look good in this one. And he did. He looked magnificent, is what I'll say. Really enjoyed this one. And Jericho won with a lion's salt, according to Michael Cole, which is lovely, isn't it? Jericho then cut a promo saying that he's got a gift for Punk, which is lovely. We saw a highlights package of Brock Lesnar's match from Backlash 2002 against Jeff Hardy. I reviewed the show a couple of weeks ago, Backlash 2002, part of my 10 years ago series. If you want to go and look at that. Lord Tensai absolutely obliterated R-Truth, absolutely obliterated him. They must have big plans for this guy. He got a win over Cena, not a clean one, I know, but he's beaten everyone so far. I'm thinking they've got big plans for this guy. Kane cuts a good promo. He's interrupted by Randy Orton, who has Paul Bearer with him, and he locks Paul Bearer in a freezer. But Kane, he could care less about his father. He doesn't say how much he could care less. He just does. I'm sorry, people. I know I rant about this a lot, but that phrase doesn't make sense. I know I mock Americans a lot for the way they have bastardised my beloved Queen's English. I know I do, and I sometimes get a bit of heat for it, but come on, even Americans can see this one doesn't make sense. If you could care less, I'm not even going there. You know how I feel about that one. It's just stupid. Big Slow and Khali defeated Del Rio and Cody Rhodes. King says, and I quote, Khali is fingering Cody Rhodes, which is the best thing he's said in years and had me in absolute stitches. And of course, this was a classic WWE match. What do I mean by that? Well, the heels worked over the knee of Big Slow, who as soon as his comeback started, stopped selling it. Brilliant. Match was finished, didn't sell it at all. What's the fucking point? Rhodes put a figure 4 on for ages as well, so you think they'd at least sell that one now. Chokeslam gets the win after Del Rio does one and goes, fuck it, you don't need me. Lovely. Miz versus Santino Marella is announced for the Extreme Rematch YouTube pre-show. 30 minutes before on YouTube. Flip side of this one, because at the end of the day, this hasn't been done before by WWE, so it's historic. But my God, how far Miz's star has fallen. Not on this show at all, but on Superstars this week against Alex Riley. Way! Fucking hell. Jericho tells Ace that Punk is drinking backstage, and they do a long thing where talking about that it's against the rules for WWE competitors or athletes or superstars, if you must, to drink before a show or after a show or something. Basically, Jericho tells them to get some police and do a field sobriety test. I wrote on my notes breathalyzer test, because that would make sense. But no, the field sobriety test is what they do. And then Nikki Bella defeated Beth. Oh, by the way, Laurinaitis makes Teddy be the dirty boy. He's going to do the dirty work. Makes a dig at JR while he's doing it. Very, very entertaining. Says, if you got some bad news, get someone else to tell it for you. Nikki Bella defeated Beth Phoenix to win the Divas Championship. Eve came out. Apparently, she's executive administrator now. News to me, but maybe I missed something at the start. She makes it a Lumberjill match. But then Beth Phoenix fell out of the ring awkwardly, landed on her ankle, and you're like, that looks a bit painful. And then the referee asked her if she could continue. She said, yes, roll up 1, 2, 3. Don't think this was meant to happen, really don't. It was sort of, well, if it's not legit, it was some damn good selling, I'll tell you that much. But it's weird to have a title change a week before a fucking pay-per-view, but that's just me. Teddy Long comes out with cops. Jericho interrupts to make sure it's all done right. What does that say? I mean, every time, what does that say? Oh, earlier on, before the commercial break, Jericho, God, it's 4 a.m, I'm very tired. This show is 3 hours long, and it felt 3 hours long. The last hour especially felt like it's like, make this show end, please, soon. Not that it was a bad show, it's just it felt long. Does that make sense? Long had gone into Punk's dressing room, and it looked like he was drunk. And, so Punk comes out, and he's staggering about, he's stumbling over, and it looks like he's drunk. So the police officers do 2 tests on him. The first one, get him to recite his alphabet backwards, right? Now, I couldn't do that sober. I don't understand why that one they have to do. They also make him walk in a straight line, and naturally, he can't. Teddy Long says, before John Laurinaitis had said if Punk fails the field sobriety test, he will be stripped of the championship and Jericho will be the champion. So Teddy Long takes the championship off him, and then Punk even says the alphabet backwards, even messing it up. He says ST, not TS, and he walks up and down the line, backwards and forwards. Now, personally, I think this segment would have worked so much better if they'd done a third one. If he'd failed the alphabet thing, if he'd then not been able to walk in a straight line, but do an actual proper breathalyzer test on him, and he passes that, hits to go to sleep. But no, and the thing about this segment is, my God, did it drag. It was so long, and so not holding my attention at all, to be honest. Didn't like it at all. Didn't like it whatsoever. The only good thing I liked about this is when Punk was rambling, pretending to be drunk. He said the WWF universe instead of the WWE universe. That was funny. That was it. Highlights of Brock Lesnar demolishing Hulk Hogan were shown from 2002. We then got Mark Henry versus Sheamus. Daniel Bryan is the guest referee. Cole says that Sheamus kicked a referee's head off. Evil fucker. Let me tell you something about Daniel Bryan, alright? I'm starting to really dislike this guy. Not because I don't like the actual character or the man. It's this yes chant that's starting going on everywhere. Right, when I'm watching Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view, if I hear a yes chant, I probably do a chant along with it. It's entertaining, right? When my Facebook wall is full of yes, 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 in capital letters, I look at it and go, God damn, that's irritating. But let me tell you something. When I'm at a British indie fed, and the fans in the front row start chanting, yes, yes, yes. I sat there in just despair yesterday. 3 times these stupid fuckers started doing it. And they spoilt my enjoyment of the show. They really did. Admittedly, fans paid their money and they're allowed to chant what they want, but it's someone else. If I was a wrestler, I'd be so pissed off about it. If I was the wrestler in that match, I'd be just like trying to say, will you shut up? Just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, not a match more an angle as Daniel Bryan was, Sheamus has been fined $500,000 for kicking a referee's head off. A point that my good friend Danny Ace made is how come it's alright for Brock Lesnar to attack Josh Matthews? Have I mentioned that? Did I completely mention that? Oh, I completely forgot to mention that. It was one of the best moments of the fucking show. I'm sorry it's late. I'm sorry. In the back, about half an hour ago, Josh Matthews had gone up to Brock Lesnar and started asking him dumbass questions. And Brock Lesnar just held him up by the throat, basically, against the wall. And then sort of slapped his face and laughed and walked off. And Josh Matthews was like, oh, damn, I'm just doing my job. So Brock Lesnar comes up and batters him. And he's taken away an ambulance. And the point that Danny Ace brought up was how come it's all right for Lesnar to beat up an announcer, but if Sheamus kicks a referee, that's a bad thing. Anyway, so the point of this match was it was more an angle. Like I say, God, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I should be doing this tomorrow, not now. The point of the angle / match is Daniel Bryan trying to taunt Sheamus into hitting him. So he can get him fired, I suppose. Mark Henry hits a clothesline and Daniel Bryan properly fast counts him, then takes his referee shirt off and puts the yes lock on for the Lols. Santino and Zack Ryder defeat Epico and Primo in one of those, I said it last week, what's the point in these two being tag team champions? And I really do not get this one. 2 straight Raw losses for the tag champs. Do not understand. Kane saves Paul Bearer from the freezer and then says, I'm saving you from me. Turns around and pushes him back into the freezer, which is nice. Oh my god, another thing. This next match is a tag match, right? I can't even remember who wins it. It's Zack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler versus the Funkasaurus and Hornswoggle. The reason I don't care about this match is it's sponsored by some taco thing. And I sent a message back to Danny at this point saying, listen, man, what you're seeing in this match is the fucking future. If UFC can have... one of the things that I really don't like about UFC is the way that everything is sponsored. The tail of the tape and the ring and someone's ass are all fucking sponsored by everything, in UFC. I'm amazed that WWE have taken this long to go, hang on a sec, we can get each match fucking sponsored here. I mark my words on this one, every single match. This time next year, every match on Raw and a pay-per-view will be sponsored by someone. I'm making a very bold prediction. I didn't see anything in the match at all. This show, Lesnar's Mania 19 match against Kurt Angle. Now here's an interesting thing. They show clips of Brock Lesnar demolishing 3 wrestlers, yeah? Those 3 wrestlers all work for TNA now. Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle and Hulk Hogan. I'm guessing that was deliberate. Don't you? And then we have the contract signing. Now some people may have really enjoyed this segment. My God, was it crap. Brock Lesnar basically playing up the diva. Basically, making demands. Cena didn't come out for the contract signing. His music played, but it didn't come out. Weird. Rise above hate and all that, be the big strong Superman, but he can't be asked to come out. So Lesnar makes all these ridiculous demands that for example, that it's now Monday Night Raw starring Brock Lesnar, and John Laurinaitis says, yeah, I'm fully keen for doing that. Ridiculous. Oh, it was so bad, and it was so long. I mean, this went 20 minutes. This show finished at 4:15 in the morning over here in England. This segment started at 5 to 4. 20 minutes of Lesnar talking, and they've done all this stuff to show what an ass kicker he is. And then they showed this. The last thing we see, because I ain't watching SmackDown, the last thing I'm going to see before Extreme Rules is this. A whiny bitching Lesnar. And he's like, I don't want to see this at all. This was a really, really strange Raw. There was some good on it. There was some really good stuff. There was one really good match. But the main bulk of it, I mean, the 2 main segments for the 2 big matches, the selling points for Extreme Rules, I didn't give 2 shits about. In fact, I could care less about them. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Mark P, as you all are quite aware, obviously. 4 a.m. Stop it. I'm not going to give you a match this week on Raw. I'd like you to go and watch a video for me, please. There's a link in the description just down here. A wrestler I know who wrestles for Future Shock, amongst many other feds, a guy called JD Sassoon. He has made this wonderful film, and I'd like you to go and look at it. It's only 5 minutes long. If you can spare me 5 minutes, go and show him some love, because it is fucking sublime. It's about wrestling. Before you go, I don't want to watch some film, it's about wrestling, and it's about his aspirations to be a wrestler and what he does to be a wrestler, his preparation, his training, his diet, his exercise regime. It's only 5 minutes, but it crams a lot into that time, and it is fantastic. And I watched it for the first time yesterday, and I thought I need to share this with people. So down below in the description is a link. The film is called Heal, and I would love it for me. Please go and watch that and tell them what you think of it when you've watched it. All right. I've been Mark P. My next vid will be an extreme rematch predictions vids. It's 4 in the morning. Leave me alone. I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Take it easy. Bye bye.